Welcome to Fasman Jones 5-minute reviews. The Crossing. The Crossing is an episode that has a personal connection to me, but tested the remainder of Cornwall Sign after Echo's departure. A Neptune mining mission instead ends in oil when a void steals from Marauder. The crew is left stranded on this planet, and it's good to see a bit of friction, especially between Tech and Wrecker, who are both polar opposites. Tech starts to cause arguments with the crew, and I can understand him being angry with Wrecker when the Marauder is on. The argument between Tech and Wrecker continues as they clash about the Ipsium mineral on two occasions, which lead them to being trapped in the cave. It's great to see the team at odds without Echo, as it's having consequences. Echo's departure hurts Omega a lot, as she was struggling to accept his departure, and she's just a child, so it's understandable and often thinks Echo is the solution when it's not, as that's her weakness, as she's more focused on one person than herself or the rest of the group sometimes, and that's something Omega will need to work on going forward, and it's important because Omega is getting good development with this. There's also some friction between Omega and Tech as they argue on certain elements, and Tech says the truth, which I agree with, that causes her to run off into the caves, so I understand how Omega is hurt. Like Pronto and Wrecker do, but I know Tech is struggling to understand that. I do like the fact that he is held accountable for his actions. He is forced to find Omega because the others know what's best, and he needs accountability and to learn that he's made a mistake. I love that Omega finds a solution to escape when she investigates the cave and drills to find a batch of Ipsium in the rocks, and when Tech finds her, they both have the same conclusion and admits that he knows that she is capable of drilling and doing the task, which is a good bit of banter in my eyes. The mine Ipsium is intense, and I like that, but it's scary when Omega and Tech fall into the waterfall. I like the fact that Tech protects her, and it's showing that the Brainiac can be protected too. I want to talk about that soon. There is a scene that has a personal connection to me as Omega confronts Tech about his behaviour, which resonates with me as I do act like Tech sometimes, and this dialogue is a chef's kiss. Echo chose a different path as they cross her. I have to respect their decision, even though it may be difficult, we must adapt. I may process moments and thoughts differently, but that doesn't make me feel any less than you. We're all the same regardless of our differences. Tech's description demonstrates that, and Omega needed to hear all of that monologue to understand change and how Tech acts and his personality. I love that Tech is chosen to shoot the Ipsium to cause the hole to widen. Wrecker argues that it should be him, but Tech knows it has to be him, as he's more likely not to cause another cave, so the shot needs to be precise. Wrecker is an absolute icon in this episode. I like the fact that he ends up hating the planet in the end. And I like that he changed his mind because it just shows that he can be excited and then not as excited. I love the ending as they have a go at Sif for not getting on help, and they think about the ideas of cutting ties with her, as this will lead to consequences in the finale. I love that Omega says they'll figure it out, and she earns a nod from Tech as she starts to think like Tech. Definitely an episode that will stay with me for a long time as it shows friction when a group changes, and it is very good. That's it for this 5-minute review. Please like this review and subscribe to the podcast channel to keep up to date with all the latest content. Thank you for listening to Fasman Jones, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Subscribe to Fasman Jones and stay tuned for more podcasts.